in a society where submitting to a husband or to a man is a dirty word. Because, Rob, you've been in here 2 minutes, you already started. He just said that. He been in here how many seconds? He took he been in here 2.5 seconds. But that has gotten to be a dirty word. And what I want to address tonight, and with the help of we got some deacons and we got some folk that been in church a while. I think what has happened is we have gotten away from what the word says, and we go by what we have experienced. And a lot of what we have experienced in relationship, be it past, present, or future, was wrong. And until you deal with what went wrong, let me say this. And for those of you that are divorced, contemplate divorce, or have been married, or spouse is deceased, or all that kind of stuff, I want to say that I don't want you to tune me out. There are people that are in this room that are engaged, they got dates on the books, all this kind of stuff. When I speak of marriage and a couple, I really want you guys to hone in, especially couples that are seeking to get married, because I want to tell you that I think that if somebody would have told me what I'm about to share with you guys, if somebody would have told me as a man, then it would have took me 10 years in a marriage to really understand what the marriage was. The first point is, most of us in this room, how many of y'all grew up with it was a marriage? How many of y'all it was a marriage? Raise your hand high. So that's how much that is in the room. How many people that is? You grew up in a marriage. Alright. So how many folks that is? Y'all count it? You ain't count? Bro, teach you? About 14 people. You grew up in a house with a marriage. Alright, the rest of us raise our hand. How many folks that is? You didn't grow up in a house with a marriage. So the people like me, y'all grew up with a situation.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Now, I grew up with grandparents.
Yeah.
That was a marriage.
Yeah, you grew up with a marriage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you grew up with a marriage. Yeah, all right. So the people that grew up with a marriage, raise your hand again. You have seen marriage model. All right. You agree?
Yeah.
You've seen the model. Good, bad, or indifferent. You've seen the model. And then those of us that didn't grow up with a marriage, we just got it the best way we could.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Okay.
We talking I want to help you because here is the conversations that churches need to have with parishioners, because I believe we get in relationships and we keep making the same mistakes. Simply because we won't sit down and call what it is. It just is what it is. The folk that have a sense of, you grew up in a house that you've seen a marriage model, have an advantage on those of us that don't have a clue about that. All right? Because some of what we saw, we may have saw our parents together, but they might not have been married. So we don't really know what a marriage is. And so when you don't know what a marriage is or a relationship is, then where do you get your information? Do you get it from the people that had two parents? That's not a rhetorical question. Do you get it from the people that had two parents? Because I know I got plenty of friends that was in two-parent home that's jacked up. Because their parents were in situations, i.e., the mama knew what the dad was doing, the dad knew what the mama doing, but they just stayed there. They didn't even sleep in the same bedroom. So they have came out of this house thinking that's how you do it. No, that ain't how you do. But if that's all you know, then you don't know. And so what we're dealing with a generation of people that think everybody grew up like you. And you gotta lose, I want to tell you that you gotta lose that mentality that everybody didn't grow up like you just because you had two parents in the home. Some people had one parent in the home. Some people had no parent in the home. Deke said his grandparents raised them. We have a population that their grandparents aren't raising them. All right? And there's a reason why the grandparents are raising them. Not because of deep situation, but now we just got some sorry parents these days that just won't do right, and the grandmama tired of the baby going to school, snotty nose, clothes ain't clean, stinky, all that kind of stuff. So the grandmama got to step in. Because we just got to call it what it is. We got some sorry parents. All right? And so what I want to talk about tonight is we gotta really put on the table what the issue is and what the issue is not. And so I'm going to use the Bible. We're going to do some practical stuff. Those of you that are watching online, you'll have a chance to submit your questions. David will let me know. We'll stop in between if there's something that you clouded about. First of all, a mutual friend of my wife's, and actually is J.R. John Michaels. What's his name? It's John Michaels' godmother's ex-sister-in-law. All right, she wrote a book of poems and sayings when she was going through her divorce with her husband. Her husband was a military person. He's gone a lot. Things happened. They got a divorce. I want to tell every person that's been divorced or going through a divorce or whatever, however you want to picture that. When you go through a divorce, you're never going to heal from the divorce if you don't own up to your part. Because even though it took two people to get a divorce, you still got to own up to what you didn't do. Instead of putting it all on the other person, you still got to own the fact that there are some things. And I tell people this when they come sit in front of me and they say, we about to divorce. And I just simply ask a question: have you done everything in your power that you can do? Have you done? Have you heard the complaints or the issues that the other person has about you? Have you really talked to yourself about them? And a lot of times people just say no, they don't want to do it. All right. So what we need to do as a church, and what we need to do as a ministry, and as a people, and especially people that look like you and I, we got to plug up these holes because our children think what's happening is normal. All right? So the big thing on social media is Jill Scott got married and she didn't stay married for 15 months. Okay, that happens. We know some folk that happened to. But because it's Jill Scott, it's Jill Scott. Big thing is Tamar and Vince gonna get divorced. Whatever. All right. And I think what happens is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with following that all kind of stuff. I know people love stars and they think they can. No, you ain't kin to Tamar and Vince. Them folks don't know you. Because if they knew you, you wouldn't be still in the shape that you was in. You'll be with them on TV. And so I think we put our energy in things that really are not helping our situation. And so today what I did, as I always do, I always try to put a quote up or something like that. And so Dee Dee Robinson is her name. She's in Jacksonville, and I'm going to bring some of her stuff back, and I'm going to use these in our couples and our singles ministry and just share with you guys some of her writings. And basically, she wrote a quote today, which set off a firestorm on my page. All right, and what I did, I simply copied what she said, and I simply tagged her in it, and I just asked thought. These women went crazy. Until I said, oh, by the way, this is Greek to you if you ain't never been married. Because it's always people that ain't ever been in the situation that always want to give you advice. And you got to be careful about who you take advice from. I'm not a firefighter. Walt been a volunteer firefighter. I can't tell him nothing about that. I done seen it on TV. We watched Chicago Fire. I watched that, but I have never been in that position. So when it comes to that situation, I gotta listen to him. If he tell me the suit gonna get hot and you gonna have to move, I'm gonna have to yield to him because he has experience in that area. I believe sometimes we don't want to hear the experienced person because there is a difference, watch this, in a baby daddy and a husband. See, that's where women get off course right there. You trying to put your husband in the same category as your baby daddy. And your husband can never be in the same category with a baby daddy because he has made a commitment to you. Your baby daddy just reproduce with you. And it don't take commitment to reproduce. And so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to plug up because we have this thing is terrible. It's got to stop. And so I want to read to you, some of you that are not on Facebook, I want to read to you exactly what Dee Dee said, and then we're going to discuss this, and some people gonna help us online because it's a sad commentary that people think the Bible is dirty. And what the Bible says, you ain't got to follow it. But if you're a Christian, you're supposed to be following the word. You don't supposed to be following what's popular or what's socially accepted. You're supposed to be following the word. So here's what Dee Dee wrote, and this is one of the quotes from her. And she has went through divorce, and she is, I don't know if she's engaged, but she on the way. So she said, we must applaud men who, this is a female now, I ain't right. She wrote it. She said, we must applaud men who pay the bills, who come home every night, who love their children, who cook meals, who go to church, etc. She says, they need, in all caps, to know that they are appreciated for the deeds that women do regularly with little or no recognition. Now, the first thing she said, and folks don't read to comprehend. Folk read to win. All right? The first thing that she acknowledged is, even though I'm a female and this is not fair, this is how men are wired. She's telling women how men are wired. We're like dogs. We need appreciation. All right? Y'all heard me say that before. But she says, even when they do stuff that you regularly do, they need praise because God ain't wired us that way. We don't cook, we don't clean, that ain't how we wire. God put something in us to be a hunter and a protector and a worker. All right? And so that's what we do well. Now, when you find a man that can cook, you got something, because most men that I know that can cook can outcook women. I'm telling you. Most men that I know that can cook, I'm talking about, I know some men in this room, I ain't gonna point to them because I don't want to call them out. They can bake. I ain't talking about no box cake. I'm talking about from scratch. All right? So that's the first thing she said. She said they need to know that they are appreciated for the deeds that women do regularly with little or no recognition. Then she says, ladies, just give them what they need in order to keep getting the results that you desire. Amen. Everybody coming in. Amen. Yeah, hold on. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing what's so puzzling. This is coming, watch this, from a female that had been married over 20 years.
She knew what
she knew her mistakes. And what she's trying to do, she's trying to help the rest of y'all that's in it or going through it now to see, watch this, if you appreciate him, he'll continue to do it. But if you disappreciate him, he'll go somewhere where he can be appreciated. All right? Let me say this. Most men don't cheat physically because they don't love the person that they're with. Most men cheat because they don't get the respect that they deserve. Now that's foreign to y'all women, but these men know I'm telling the truth. All right? So anytime disrespect rises in the house, you're going to have some problem. Go ahead, D.
Well, I'm saying, and you don't have to do it all the time.
No, not all the time. Not all the time.
Every now and then.
But now women need it all the time. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Women need it more than we need it. Appreciation, encouragement. Thank you.
Not necessarily appreciation. Let let them know that you love them and they look good.
Yeah.
I mean, just small things.
Yeah.
Small things.
I understand. Yeah.
You know, like you say, it's like that mentality of how God wired us is for anybody who's been in education, that PJ, one of the child psychologists, did a study on a dog.
Yeah, he did.
And I know it's not equating us to a dog.
Yeah.
But he did a study on the dog. Yeah. On making the dog obey and do what you wanted to do. It's called operating conditioning. Yeah. And every time the dog did something, you put a treat out there.
Exactly.
The dog's mouth started watering. Yeah. The dog did what he was supposed to do. Right. After a while, it became automatic. He didn't have to. As men, we have that wrong mindset. Yeah. That when we do these things, we're supposed to do it, but guess what? If I get a little treat every now and then, I'm going to do it a little bit better than I did before. Yeah. And as women, and I always use this when I talk to other people. There's a difference between a male and a man. A male is by default. Yes. Because he's born that way. Yeah. A man is on the decision that you make, the responsibility that you take care of for yourself. Exactly. And for ladies, God has wired ladies to be emotional. Yeah. That nurturing side. Yeah. You don't have it. Yeah. When it comes to kids, it's like get over and do what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And the ladies are more like come and do it. Yeah. And that's where that difference comes. We need exactly. Really.
And to be honest, we love doing it.
Yeah. If you're a man,
tap one on the shoulder and say y'all did a good job.
Hey, good job, man. Good job. Good job. Go ahead.
Let him, this is my thing, let him know he might be doing it wrong. Yeah. But tell him, baby, I'm your cheerleader. Let him know that you his cheerleader and you got his back. You his number one guy. I promise you he'll do it even faster.
Thank you.
You're right. She's right. So she says, lady, and this is just a quote from her pearls of poetry. All right. So she says, ladies, just give them what they need in order to keep getting the results that you desire. Now, she says, and here's the point that most of the women on the post miss. She says, this is hard for us as women to understand at times because we do so much without the need for constant prayer. Y'all women do a whole lot. It's like right now. All right? It's like right now. Now, most of the time, when Kara get home with the boys or whatever, they doing homework, Kara is already prepared to lay out clothes and all that kind of stuff. Now, if she on vacation and I gotta do it, it ain't gonna get done like that. I'm just gonna tell them in there, I'm just gonna say, hey, go find you some clothes. I ain't finna, I mean, and usually when she's out of town or something like that, and it's a school day, what she will do, she will fix the clothes, cause she know I'm just gonna let them wear anything. I mean, really, that's how we are wired. We are not into detail. Come on, say that out loud, women. Men are not into detail. We just not wired like that. We're not. So she says this is hard for us as women to understand at times because we do so much without the need for constant praise. She says, watch this. I know it's not exactly fair, but it's necessary. She said, I know it's not fair. And so what happened today, Robert, all the women, all the baby mamas, talking about, should nobody have to make you pay child support? And see, I want to say so bad, ain't nobody telling you own your leg. But that's your choice. You made a choice. See, folks, see, women can't handle the flip side when I go ahead on to say, listen, okay, because here's the thing. Child support, and every man that's married, you know this if you got children. Hold on. You know this if you got children. The thing is, I'm just going to say for me, because I know what I do, I know what I bring financially to my household. These folks don't want to pay child support, it'll be cheaper for me. Cause I'm the man. My wife ain't got no business to worry about no lights. And that comes from staying in a household that was a worry. And so I promised myself that when I got married, that my wife wasn't going to have to be worried about no light bill. Because I'm the man. Now, I ain't her baby daddy. If I was her baby daddy, that wouldn't be my responsibility. Y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Y'all see, y'all saying y'all hear me.
Oh, I do.
Y'all saying y'all hear me, but do y'all really? Because just because I got a baby by you, don't mean I got to pay your light bill. That don't mean that. It's my responsibility to take care of my child. That's my responsibility. My responsibility is not to take care of you because you're not my spouse. And I'm going to show you in the word. It don't say nothing about no baby mama.
But your child using that light too, though.
Rhonda, please, let's stay. What we're saying is, and you
no, you said we not understand, so I want to make sure before we move past.
Yeah.
What you saying?
Yeah.
Explain that.
What I'm saying is, we have been socialized to accept what is really non-negotiables. All right, non-negotiables are this. My wife has taught me how to treat her. She has taught me that no other woman that I have been with intimately, emotionally, is like her. And I had to learn that I couldn't treat her like the women of my past. She quickly stopped that. Like, some of y'all put up with folk, men being out all night, coming in at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's because how you start. If you lay some ground rules and say, hey, what you doing out at 2 o'clock and we married and you ain't with me, what's up with that? If you stop that, we only gonna do what you allow us to do. That's just the nature of it. And so what has happened socially, some women have accepted less than what you're supposed to accept. The whole thing is, I don't get this fact that a man can duke you because he got a baby by you. He can duke you into not putting the folk on him. He can promise you that he gonna give you this, and you go with it. You already know he lied. He lied first of all because if he wouldn't have lied, you wouldn't be pregnant. Because he will put something on or he will pull something out. We grown. Alright? So you can't trust that. So if you want your responsibility taken care of from somebody that is not, watch this, in a covenant relationship with you, then you need to put the law on. If that's what you want, back to what Rhonda Staples said, because his child is there. Okay, so you know he ain't gonna give you nothing. So the best thing you need to do is go on down to DHR, wherever you need to go, and do what you need to do to make sure your child. That don't mean you hate him. You looking out for your child.
That's right.
And I don't understand the mentality that you will lay up with somebody that won't take care of your child, and then some of them make excuses for them. It's because you have taught people how to treat you. He know he can come over there when you about to get your food stamp and put it on you. We just talk. I'm being the truth. He know he come over there by the time you get your food stamp.
Here's the truth.
And handle his business, and you gonna be back in love, and he going to somebody else out. So what I'm trying to tell you, those of you that are watching, those of you that are in this room, is that you, watch this, you teach men how to treat you.
Right.
Me and Rhonda were having a conversation a couple of months ago, and we were talking about a situation with one of her friends, and he tried something, and she just told me, nah, bro, it ain't going down. I mean, she was like, Jeff, I just had to go on. Tell him, no, we ain't doing that. You know why? Because she has boundaries. And what I'm trying to tell females is that if you don't set boundaries with men, they ain't gonna treat you like that. You are not an option.
That's right.
And don't sell yourself as an option. Now, watch this. Okay, so she says it's not fair, but it's necessary, and it's how they are built. Praise them. That's all you gotta do. And then they went in. Oh, I got men need to sing. They need to sing praise for the stuff that I'm doing, I'm watching this, I'm taking care of this. Well, okay, that's how you are. Because you're going to do that whether he there or not. It ain't no woman in here that's not going to take care of their children because some Negro ain't doing what they need to be doing. Matter of fact, you're going to take care of more. Matter of fact, women will go get another job to make sure that they don't lack what they should have gotten because that other person is not there. All right? If we got questions online yet? They scared. They scared to say something. Let's go to, I don't want you to think that I'm just talking off the cuff because it needs to be talked. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and let's see what the Bible says. Because if we're Christians, then we got to govern ourselves by what the Bible says, not what's socially accepted. We cannot do that. And what has messed us up is we have got things socially accepted. Why you going? I wouldn't even take advice from somebody that ain't never been married. All you got is a bunch of baby daddy. You giving advice? Okay, so if you know so much, why you ain't got nobody? There are certain non-negotiables that I know in my household. Number one, even if I was a clubber, because I'm in a covenant relationship with my wife, that ain't flying. I'm out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 3-4 days a week, and I got to get up and go to work, and she got to scuffle with the children while I'm out having a good time with my homeboys. That's a non-negotiable. Because if you're in covenant relationship with somebody, then you share responsibility. I put in my notes, y'all gonna get quiet right now. Watch this. Let's look at Ephesians. What I told you, 5. All right. Look, go to verse 21. Because the reality of the matter is, meaning if we do what we're supposed to do, she ain't gonna have no problem submitting. It's just that can I tell some of y'all in here? The problem with a lot of females is that you have submitted to baby daddies, and by the time your husband comes, you tired of submitting. You can't submit. You done made up your mind. I ain't doing that for the nigga no more. I did. Look what it got me. Look what he got me. He ain't and you wasn't even supposed to submit to him. That was just your baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. Who that is? That's just my baby daddy. Who that is? Ain't that a song? That's just my baby daddy. Go ahead.
To clarify one point, and I guess to make more of an example. Like she was saying in her quote that women do these things without thinking about it. Yeah. And when a man does it, so many have probably argued, well, he should do it anyway. It's probably
that would have never going on. But I would say it wouldn't marry people.
Exactly. It was what we don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
And to bring that to a point, it's like when you take the woman, it's natural when she does those things in the house, but when you say go outside and say, baby, I want the grass cut vertically and I want a 9/16 wrench so I can take this blade off the lawn, or you can take the stone over there and sharpen the blade on the mower. They have no clue what I just said. Right. It's natural for us as men.
Some of us.
God has.
What you just said, I don't know nothing about. I know about grass. I don't know nothing about 9/16 and the regular flat. That's why I pay people. I know what it is. But I had asthma. I couldn't do that. I had allergies.
But the most part, when we do and we work with our hands, that's a normal normalcy for us and me.
It is.
And if a woman does it, we appreciate that too, because But that was to bring a point that some mechanical things we understand better, and it's natural for us to do as opposed to more detailed stuff.
Yeah.
And
because I'm gonna show you something.
Does that balance on?
Just to solidify your point. Married man, raise your hand. Married man, all right. You can go and raise your hand because you made that. She was looking at you. She was about to talk. I just want you to know that now. I saw she was looking at you. You made that. So that's most of the men in here are married. Now, you are married. These men are married in this room not because they had to be, but because they chose to be. Because look at the women in the room. The problem is there are, and people get upset, especially females when I say this, there are a plethora of excellent women, but there are a few good men. You can find anybody to give you 5 minutes of fame. Read between the lines.
Oh yeah.
You can find anybody to do that. But can you find anybody to be a provider when you come here? And here's the thing, me and you know this, What gives me great joy as a husband, that when my wife or my children come to me and they need something, and I can provide it, that is adrenaline. I mean, it's like, I had to tell them, we was in Proctor one time, and my godbrother, my wife called him last, and he said, well, you know, she was like, well, you gonna watch the car for me? My godbrother was like, yeah. I said, no, he ain't watching no car here. No. You know, that's for single people. I don't watch cars because I'm not an outside person. All right? I'm not. I don't watch cars. But guess what I do? I have made a way that anytime she want her car washed, she can get it washed. Y'all missed that. In other words, for men, there are some things that you gotta let us do, and if you don't let us do it, it makes us feel less than. You gotta let them do it. So when my wife takes my boys to the barbershop because I'm working in Birmingham. She take my boys to the barbershop on Wednesday before they come to Bible study. All right. But I mean, JR 16. I mean, she don't go in there. Sometimes she do. Sometimes she don't. Just if ain't nobody in there, she'll go in there. But anyway, she don't pay for it. Guess who pay for it? Me. You know how I get paid because I go on Tuesday. And I make sure it's taken care of. A man that loves you won't just tell you. He ain't just gonna tell you. He gonna show you. You ain't got non-negotiable. You ain't gonna have to ask him. You ain't gonna have to remind him about no anniversary. None of that. He gonna be on point when you are being appreciative of what he's doing. Now, let's go to the word because I don't want you to think I'm just talking out the cup. So let's look at verse 21 and let's see what's going on. Because we got to be very careful. We're living in this age, and we're teaching our children how to be in relationship in the wrong way. Case in point. My brother is, what, 8.5, 9 years younger than me. Well, one thing, we have a rule in our house. Nobody could close their door. Not even my parents. My parents did not close their door. It irks me. JR does it now. It still irks me. It used to piss me off real bad. I done calmed down some because I'm older and a whole lot of stuff get on my nerves, and I know if I get on his neck, I might kill him. So I woosah. But I grew up in a house that you didn't close doors because in my house, my parents said, "This is my door." So you don't own them in here. I'm just lending you this room. So you don't close no door. I said all that to say this. Okay, so my brother is 9 years younger than me, but he healed. You'll catch it on the way home. I think sometimes we let children see too much. Now, at that point, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I was I can't say why. Thank you. Of how he got here.
Okay.
But now that I'm older, my parents were a G. I will sleep. And they will walk. I'll stay and walk with the door open. What I'm trying to tell you is that taught me, watch this, that taught me inadvertently a sense of respect. That a mama and a daddy in a room, that okay, that's how I go. All right. But they ain't closed doors. So I grew up in the mentality till I got children of my own, care and all that kind of stuff. We didn't close doors. That's just what we do. Now, it don't make it wrong or don't make it right. What I had to do when I got with my spouse, we had to talk about some non-negotiables. What was negotiable and what was not negotiable. Like Nick and I, he from Jamaica, but Nick and I grew up in the same type of house. When you got out the bed, turn around, because you couldn't get back in the bed in my house until it was time to go to bed. The bed was for sleeping. It wasn't for sitting. Their mama was just like that. When I went on my Aunt Cliff Lee house, we couldn't sit on no bed. We had TVs in the room, but she'll say, quick, you need to get off that bed now. Well, when I wanted to. Yeah, she'll let me sit on sometimes. Don't tell my business. Don't tell me. We don't need to know all that. I was the favorite. So there are some non-negotiables that you have to talk through your relationship with whomever that is, however that looks. There need to be some things that you say, okay, I can bend on this. Now I'm not that strenuous on it. Because now Kara does it pretty much now. Because I get up first. So the room just look better when the bed made up. Make the room look clean, even though it ain't clean. But it has the appearance that it's clean. All right, so let's go. We got a question before we got a question? All right, what question do we have? Tell me who it's from so I can address them directly. You can read it from today.
Who is it, Jamelia?
Jamelia
Taya.
Okay.
And she said, so how much do you submit or not to someone who is not your spouse? Essentially, how do you do your part without doing too much?
Okay, that's a great question. I would say this is what I teach in counseling. And I got two individuals in here that have gone through counseling with me that are on their way to getting married. And I tell people that the relationship don't start until a commitment is made. That means until he asks you to marry him, you anybody want. I'm serious. And he anybody man. Because ain't no commitment. See, that's the problem. The saints don't know how to date. Like you gotta, I'm telling you, the women that got husbands is because they put some non-negotiables on the table. They put some non-negotiables on the table by saying, hey, I've been on this, but I'm not. Now, so the relationship really don't start until the person is committed. I think what happens is, because we date somebody and we like somebody, we give them access to us. We give them too much access to us when that is not needed. If I'm dating somebody, I ain't going to answer the phone every time you call. I'm at work. And I got my read receipt on. I might read it and never, because I'm dating. But some people take that as, once I say I'm in a relationship, oh, I'm all in. See, you all in your mind, but they may not be all in. And so you got to make sure before you all in, they got to be all in. Go ahead, D.
Has he asked her to marry?
Huh?
Has he asked her?
Oh, you talking about the person that asked the question?
Whoever.
Oh, yeah, they got a date on the book.
You're saying that she's in a back and he's in a back.
No, not now. No. Listen, when he put that ring on her, down there at the 11, they know what he was. But hold on, when he put that ring on her down there at the 11,
Yeah, talking about when
and asked that question, got on his knees and cried. Come on with it. I'm talking about he cried. I saw the video. I'm talking about he cried like a baby. You know what I mean? Oh, it's all in. I'm saying until that commitment is made, and a lot of people don't know how to go. They don't know how to move like that. They don't know how to govern themselves like that. Like if I'm dating you and I already know I got you, you gotta let me know that you ain't got me like that, boo. That gonna make me come on in. Where you at? Oh, I'm at the movie. When I was dating Carol, let me tell you what Carol did to me. She was low down. So at this moment, I was still trying to like press a little bit. So I called her. I called her and act like I wanted something, but that ain't really what I want. And I called and said something about the choir, but I really didn't want to know. That ain't really what I want. I want to talk to her, see how many children she had, did she have it, how old she was. I had got all that information. All right? So I had my scope set. So I called her. She told me, I'll call you back. So she said she was going somewhere for somebody. I'll call you back. She ain't called me back. Wait a minute, hold on. She must don't know who I am. I'm from the 205. I'm from the 205. Yo, I'm from Alabama. We don't play that. When somebody get in our scope, we really win. So I called back. I said, hey. I thought you were going to call. She was like, excuse me? Excuse me? She's like, you don't know me like that? I said, when you tell somebody that don't call you back, you call me back. Now, that let her know that I was interested. All right? But she would let me know, I don't know, dude, whatever. All right? So, what I'm saying is, at that time we were dating. And at that moment, she was anybody's girl. Out there trying to get in. All right? And even when we were dating one night, I was at an apartment and somebody came over there. I was about to have food. I'm talking about, we weren't married, we were dating. Some dude came over there. I was all in, but she wasn't. Well, he just dropped by. The dude just dropped by. But what I'm saying is, I really didn't have a right to get upset because I hadn't made any commitment. We were still dating.
No, he had a right.
No, I ain't had no right. I ain't had no right. That was her house. That's what she paid her bills. The dude just happened to drop by, and I just happened to be over there. All right, but we had a conversation about that. we did have a conversation about that. But I still, all right. So any other questions before I go to the scripture? All right. Did I answer that, Jamila? Let me know. All right. So the Bible says in verse 21, in the Message Bible, it says, out of respect for Christ, be courteously reverent to one another. All right. Verse 22, wives, out of the Message Bible. Understand and support your husband in ways that show your support for Christ. All right? Did it say baby mama?
No.
Did it say boo thing?
No.
So it's talking specifically for people that's in a covenant relationship. Right? It says wives. I think the King James says submit. Don't it say? All right? So that's a dirty word. I don't submit to nobody. I don't submit to nobody. Okay. It says, wives, understand and support your husband in ways that show support for Christ. Then he says, the husband provides leadership to his wife the way Christ does to his church. Not by domineering, but being cherishing. So, men, we are not the head boss. We are the head sacrificers. That means there are people that come before us that you got to make sure everybody else straight before you get something. Does that make sense, man? Okay. Now, if you got a joker that's standing in the line for every pair of Jordans, but won't buy your baby no Pampers, what you think you gonna do if y'all get together? He gonna buy them Jordans. Go ahead, D.
I think most young people these days don't really understand what marriage is or what it represents.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
They just think, just get a mate. That's it.
Yeah.
But marriage represents God and the church.
Yeah.
Just like a covenant. You have a covenant with God, or you have a covenant with your wife.
Yeah.
And then that's why he says submit yourself, because the man is the head. The man represents Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
And the wife represents the church.
Yeah. But to somebody, but to somebody that don't know that,
that's what I'm saying. They
don't make sense. So
marriage,
my marriage is for somebody that don't know the Bible. My marriage is mimicked by what Todd and Candy do on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, that's most what they do.
But that's all I know. I don't know about a covenant. All I see is Todd and what are they? Candy and Peter. Well, Peter gone now. And yeah, my boy, that's a slick Jamaican. I love him. He a handsome man. Who else on there? It's the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but ain't nobody married. But who?
Kenya married.
What Nene ain't on there. She back on there. Oh, I don't watch no more. Anyway, well, what I'm saying is, our picture of what a marriage is misconstrued. All right, because you see these stars, most of their stuff, first of all, we ain't got no money, so you ain't finna have no prenup. I mean, they got prenups. I mean, cause they got some money, so they don't want nobody to touch about me. So you learn that with Bob Brown and Whitney. What Bob Brown got? Then they gave him a little money for that TV show, but that's all he did. There was some non-negotiables on the table because Whitney had some folks that was about all right. So that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, and back to what Deke said, if the Bible says, submit yourselves to your wives. Wives. It means wives. If it says wife, it don't mean my baby mama. It don't mean that. That's why I understand. I tell folks, sometimes folks talk to me and they be like, my baby dad came, he kicked off my door. I said, why you ain't call the police? Well, he was mad because I had somebody over there. I said, oh, and you should have called 911. That's your house. But you think he got a baby by me? He think he own me because you have allowed him to treat you that way. Yeah.
Back in that verse 22.
Yeah.
From the King James Version.
Yeah.
When it says, wives, submit yourself. And this part right here is kind of unto your own husband.
Yeah.
It didn't just say to the man.
Yeah.
It said unto your
own husband. Yeah.
And it's like you said, you were prompted with that. That's your reason.
Yeah.
That's your directive right there. Because your submission is to the person that you have that covenant relationship with. Right. And the word own just kind of stood out. And that's why I really read it.
Yeah. It does. All right. And so he says, just as the church submits to Christ as he exercises such leadership, wives should likewise submit to their husbands. All right. Now, verse 25 is what all the wives love. All right. Read it in the King James, Mark.
All right. It says, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
All right, let me read it in a Message Bible, which is going to help some of y'all. Husbands, go all out in your love for your wives, exactly as Christ did for the church. A love marked by giving and not getting. Look how brother looking. A love by giving and not getting. All right. So here's the thing. If men, married men all in this room and those that are engaged and aspiring all that kind of stuff and whatever, if we love them like Christ loved the church, you ain't gonna have to beg for that.
What you say? Come on. Yeah.
You preaching better than respond.
I know I am! I'm talking good!
Hey, but when you give me the truth, you don't have to respond.
Oh, exactly. You're right. But they need to understand. You need to understand their principle. I remember early on in our marriage, when I used to pay the light bill sometime, I used to get a card and put the receipt in the card. Put the receipt, Karen. I ain't telling no lie. Oh, she know how you do. Put the receipt in the card. Sign my name to it. Tell her I love her and give it to her. You know why I did that? Because I was setting something up.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all trying to be all deep.
I got it.
You make an investment.
Because there's a whole lot of women I know that wish they did have a Negro.
All right.
You ain't got to pay all the light bills. They pay $25. You ain't got to pay all of it. Just give me a third. Give me a third. I reward you in secret. I be like God. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I did that early on in the marriage. First of all, number one, as a man, I was happy that I was able to take care of responsibility. Number two, I was doing that to let her know that she could trust me. That if I said I'm going to pay something, I'm going to pay it. See, she don't open no bills now. I got a train. She don't even open the one with her name on. I got a desk at home. I got a little office at home. All the bills. Just on the desk. She don't open them, but she'll just do a sales belt, something like that. Now, she going to keep that. But anything got her name on it, AT&T, Direct, she put that on my desk. Now, that's in her name, but she don't get it to me. So what I was teaching her was that I don't know what you've had in your past relationship, but you can trust me that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That's what I was doing. And I think a lot of times what we do, we judge our present relationship on our past experiences. And you miss out or you mess up a relationship by letting the current person pay for what the past person did. They are not that person. Remember that. That's going to help you. They are not that person. They ain't that person that hurt you. They ain't that person that cheated on you. They ain't that person that lied to you. So don't treat them like that. It's unfair to them in a current relationship to treat them in such a way. You had trust issues in the past relationship, then until this person gives you reason, then you trust what they say. Any questions? Any questions on the thing?
Robert didn't hear you.
I heard you.
Oh, Lord.
I heard you.
It's getting all right? Because, let's just be honest. I want to say this. We done. We almost done. All of us bring baggage from past relationships. What you have to do, you got to check that baggage at baggage claim. You got to check your baggage. And you got to leave it at baggage claim. And don't bring it to this current relationship. Can't do that. You got to check it. So I'm not him and she's not her. And don't treat her like she's her. And don't treat him like she's him. Yeah, go ahead. No, you good.
Whatever, this goes to, this definitely goes to single ladies or dating ladies.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, don't ever, and this is, I think every man can attest to this, when y'all get into arguments or disagreements, do not bring up and say that he reminds you of your list.
Oh,
Whatever, that.
I'm back my stuff.
You know, it's just,
I'm just playing.
you know, but that's one thing that I'll tell. That pretty much tears us to a point where we're like, we'll get to that point where we're starting to say, hey, you know what, I'm checking out right now. Because it pretty much breaks down the things that as men that we work so hard to build up. And when we allow our emotions to allow ourselves to become emotionally attached, that's where we become vulnerable as men, because we're not emotional creatures. Yeah. But when we allow the emotions to come in, that's what we're making an ultimate sacrifice on that level. And situations where you're told that, you know, that by someone, that can negate everything that's been working.
Yeah, that's true. Anybody got anything else? All right. So the last part I want to finish up because it's 7 o'clock. He says Christ, a love marked by giving, not getting. Then he says Christ's love makes the church whole. His words invoke her beauty. Everything he does and says is designed to bring the best out of her, dressing her in dazzling white silk, radiant with holiness. And that is how husbands ought to love their wives. They're really doing themselves a favor since they're already one in the marriage. So basically, God is saying, the text is saying, when you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you're actually doing yourself a favor. I ain't never really thought about it like that. All right? That you actually doing yourself a favor. And so, yes, do women need to be told that they're appreciated? Yes, they do. Do women need to be told that they're good mothers? Yes, they do. Do they need to be told that they're excellent wives? Yes, they do. They do. I promise you they do. But if you tell a man that one time, it can last 6 months. I'm serious. If you tell him if you tell him in January, he ain't gonna want to hit. He ain't got to hit till about July. It don't take. I'm serious. It don't take much. You just say it one time. One thing that my dad used to always say all the time. He used to hear my mama talking to my aunts on the phone about him, talk about what he doing and how how he do. My dad was real. I got this from my dad. I just found this out. Like, we found a lot of stuff out that was gone. But me and my dad were like in certain ways. Like I'm real stickler about my feet. And my dad was the same way. Like our feet ain't like a normal man's feet. We got some women feet and hands because we take care of. Like our stuff ain't rough. You know what I'm saying? My dad taught me how to get all that hust off, as he called it. All that, your feet need to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Your feet need to be smooth. One thing that we didn't like, we always wear socks. I don't like my feet touching the ground. No kind of way. Socks. Year round. I don't care how hot it is, how cold it is, we're on that side. So there's some things that I got from my dad. And my mama, he used to say all the time, like she'll be on the phone talking to Teresa, no mama, Stephanie, no mama, or my other aunt, and they'll be saying, he this, he doing this, he doing that. He out there cutting the grass, child. He out there cutting, he been out there all day. And so my dad used to come in, he'd be like, I hear you saying all that stuff to your sister. Why you can't say it to me? He used to say that all the time. Like, why you can't say that to me? And I just had this epiphany since he's been gone. Like, he kept all my stuff. I mean, I just learned a couple of months ago that he made his place with my transcript, bragging about me. He had stuff from my undergrad. He had stuff from high school. He had papers, pictures, me and J.R. and Carol, and just all kind of stuff. But he never said it to me. And the reason that he never said it to me is because the era that he grew up in, men don't show emotion. They were taught to be mean. So the way that he loved me was not through lip service, but I got a whole drawer of stuff where I know he loved me because it's in, when I tell you it's in sequential order, from 95 up until 2015, 16, papers. I mean, he got term papers I wrote. Like, where you get this stuff from? And I can vaguely remember, like, he would randomly ask me, like, you got a paper or something? I'm like, what kind of paper? Just paper. And he would go and brag to his friends about me. But he never told me. And so what I'm saying to each and every one of you, men, I this week, my coworker, because I talk about my family like I talk about my family like I talk about my church a lot with my coworkers, and I talk about my spouse a lot. And so one of my coworkers who called, she wanted to be my brother so bad. She wanted me to be a brother so bad. She wanted to be black, but she ain't. Hey, Jamie. But she sent Kara a friend request. She told me or whatever. She was like, I sent Kara a friend request, and I just feel like she was there for a film. She was like, I just feel like I know her because you said so much about her. And so when I was getting this together, when I was coming down the road, I was saying, well, let me do an evaluation on my own house. Does Kara really know how I feel about her? Like, am I really telling her that? Maybe I need to tell her what I've been telling Jane. Yeah, y'all been at this? Yeah. I got this loud and clear. Sometimes women, it's not that they don't love what you're doing. Sometimes it's easier to express to somebody else. Because sometimes you have not created an environment for them to tell you. The first, I don't do this. I quit doing this, and I used to do this when I go. That's because it reminds me of my childhood. Like, I don't do this. When I come in the house and I've been gone, I used to be like, you know, stuff out of place, I go to fussing. I quit doing that because that's what they did in my house. It's 3 dishes in the sink because my mama had a hellacious day at Rice. She come home, all these dishes in the sink. I guess 2 dishes. Why they ain't clean? And so subconsciously, she taught me how to come in the house in a wrong way. When I should have did, because I read now, what I should have did, what every person needs to do. When you get home, you need to tell your children, your spouse, whoever it is, especially if you've been to work, you don't have a day, they don't know what kind of day. Sometimes you don't want to talk about your day. You need to tell them, give me 20 minutes. And sometimes, for us, you know, that's the bathroom, because we don't use the bathroom, we black. We wait till we get home. Because you know, that's whole day. So you tell folks, just tell them when you come to the house, they be like this. Let me wind down. I need about 10 or 20 minutes. I don't want to hear what happened. I don't want to know what color you was on, all that kind of stuff. Just give me 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes. And let me be me. I don't have the time. All right. So, I'm done. Submission is not a dirty word when you understand that you are submitting to your husband as you submit unto God. That's the whole key. We are not in a Beyonce and Jay-Z relationship. You ain't in there. You ain't them. Them folk millionaires. And it's been speculated. Well, I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, don't judge your relationship by somebody else's relationship. Like, don't do that. So, one of my friends was telling me, one of my preacher friends was telling me, you know, Pastor, you know, you just gotta, you know, I'm done. You know, just, you know.